Hello everybody, it's your boy, the Almighty One, coming to you with a video. Before I get right into this video, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell on top. And also, please, do not forget to smash the like, because the likes will get the videos circulated through all social media and YouTube land and all over the platform as we currently have at this current moment. So let's get right into it. This is the Key to Victory video. The Eagles play in 3 days. Monday night against the Kansas City Chiefs and Kansas City. This is one of the most important games the Eagles have to play and win. Now, this is the Super Bowl rematch. A lot of the players are saying that the game is personal to them, and some say it ain't personal. But some are taking it as an ordinary game, a regular season game to play, which makes sense because that's how I would rather take it. I don't want to take it as a revenge game or redemption game. Now, division games, that's redemption. But this game is out of conference, out of division, so it's something we don't really dwell about. But I can understand some of the players and what they meant about redemption for their team, because if you think about it, when we played the Super Bowl last year and lost to Kansas City 38-34, that was a heartbreaking, wrenching loss, and it stung. It stung like the murder was, to a point where you get stung a couple of times and you're dead. This is what the Eagles team feel like, but the team is now built differently now, defensive-wise, because they weren't able to stop the run in the Super Bowl, but they did real well stopping the run in the playoffs leading to the Super Bowl. But the Kansas City Chiefs took full advantage of our weaknesses in the second half of last year's Super Bowl victories for them. So now, instead of having a weakness at the defensive line, we got a weakness in the secondary. And so I know the Kansas City Chiefs are planning to get the ball out that way, deep passes in the middle of the field, on the sideline, because they know that Bradbury and Slay are older players and can't hardly cover much receivers. So with this bye week they had last week, that needs to change. They need to get their heads screwed on right and get back into the game, because the last couple of games before the bye week, the Eagles secondary looked terrible. It looked really, really terrible. And they were allowing like 45 to 50 yards in the last couple of games, which led to 100 yards per game, and 100 yards in the last couple of games combined. So that needs to change this week against Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs got some pretty good receivers, and particularly we're referring to Travis Kelce, who a lot of people are talking about as far as his what they call it, his Taylor Swift situation, which I'm kind of getting tired of hearing of. But later on that in the video, or could put another video in the matter. But I know that he's the main focal point of many defenses, because they know that he has to be stopped right away. Now we have one guy on our secondary who has had a pretty good game against him, and that's Kevin Byard. Now Kevin Byard has been the one that have been giving him problems in the middle of the field. So so I'm hoping that the Eagles looked at the Tennessee Titans game where Byard played Kansas City, and looked at that footage, or that footages, so many footages out there on him. So I'm hoping that the Eagles looked at that and put that in their arsenal. So every time Travis Kelce comes in the middle of the field catching balls like that, he has the ability to stop him. So it pretty much ridiculed that they took full advantage of us the last 4 regular season games leading to this one. This will be the 5th time. So that needs to be changed right away. And I'm hoping that the Eagles solve their secondary issues, because I do know we've had problems in the slot, and we have been putting different players in the slot position And that needs to stop because Bradbury he's an outside corner. He's not a slot corner. I mean, I understand you were trying to figure out some plays and positions to put certain players, but Bradbury is not a slot receiver. And Slay, those two guys they have played outside corner all their lives. They have never played nowhere near the slot. So wherever Sean decides cooking up this time, he needs to put that to a halt because those two are not meant to play inside. The linebackers need to be on key with tackling, especially the Pacheco running back who gave the Eagles hell and has given a lot of defenses hell over the course of his career. This guy has to be. This guy is 6'2", 230 pounds. He's very light on his feet, and he has the ability to break long runs. This one guy you have to contain. So I'm hoping the Eagles defensive front can watch where the ball goes, keep the eye on him, and keep him contained, tackle him. If he get 2 or 3 yards, that's fine. But we can't allow him to get 5 to 10 yards for first downs or longer yards than that. We can't allow that. That needs to be put to a halt. So I expect Carter and I expect Davis to be the two focal points to keep their eyes on Pacheco because that guy has speed. He is extraordinarily fast. He probably the fastest running back in probably all of the NFL as far as I'm concerned because the guy is 6'2" and he's lean. He's not built low to the ground like a Travis Henry or Derrick Henry, those built low to the ground running backs. Pacheco's not built that way. That guy has long strides. He reminds me much. He's a faster version of the Tennessee Titans running back. I forgot his name. He played with Ohio State. Eddie George. He is a thin version of Eddie George. Cause Eddie George was 6'3", but Pacheco was 6'2". He's inch shorter than Eddie George. I'm just saying that the guy built like Eddie George for his height concerned, but Eddie George just wasn't fast. Eddie George had speed and power on him. Then guy, he had speed, then pure speed. He had the ability to break long runs in a heartbeat. So he want to figure out some way to keep an eye on him, contain him, tackle him for losses because we cannot let that running game get going. We got to make them one-dimensional. We got to make Mahomes pass the ball more than him because, and then at the same time, I would rather Mahomes do the running than Pacheco because if Pacheco is fast, Mahomes is not that fast. So I would rather have Mahomes running and then Pacheco. That's just my opinion, and I'm quite sure some of you even content creators believe the same thing. So that needs to be worked on immediately. And third and foremost, the linebackers. Now, Nakobe Dean is out for the rest of the. He's out for about 4 weeks due to a Liz Frank injury, which he suffered a couple of weeks ago in a game against the not Dallas Cowboys, but against the I forgot what team to be played, but he hurt his feet way before the Dallas game, and that was his return. He hurt himself on his return back to the NFL field. So the other two running backs, Morrow and Cunningham, those are our two best linebackers to par. And those guys have played real well together, chemistry-wise. Those guys are going to be out and learn to tackle in space because Cunningham did a pretty good job on Dak Prescott last 2 weeks ago. He did a real good job on Dak Prescott. I expect Cunningham to do the same thing because the simple fact is, it has to be done. We got to tackle in space, got to contain their passing game, got to contain their running game. That is straight ballpark knowledge. Straight ballpark knowledge. That has to be contained right away. Okay, now let's get to the offense. Now, there's no concern for offense because we know that Hurts is going to pass the ball. We know that the running game is going to get going. I'm hoping that they do get going because the Kansas City Chiefs is 17th in rush defense. We mean the Eagles should be able to run the ball effectively against this defense. Should be able to run the ball. We got to be able to run the ball against this defense because, see, he here's what I'm thinking. If you're weak against, if an opposing defense is weak against the run, you run the ball. You run the ball till they can stop it. And then once they stop it, then you pass the ball efficiently. So I expect the Eagles to run the ball 60-65% in this game, and let Hurts pass less, because if you run the ball, you keep defenses honest. Every NFL team knows that. You run the ball, you keep the defense honest. And once you're effective in running the football, then you can pass the ball for for screen plays to pick up first downs, or you can throw the long bomb 15, 20, 25, 30 yards down, pick up first down for chunk yardage. Once you run the ball effectively, then you can pass the ball efficiently. The last 3 or 5 games the Eagles played before the bye week, the Eagles have not been throwing the ball effectively because teams have been containing the outside pass, which means you've been seeing a bunch of zone coverages against the pass. And so even though Hurts have been airing the ball out pretty good, but you can't always depend on the air ball. You got to have the run to help with the pass. If you can't run the football, you can't pass very well. Every NFL defensive team knows that. So once you make a team one-dimensional, you have some efficiency of doing what's next to what's on your menu, just pass. Because we do have the ability to, if you stop the run, then maybe you can beat the pass. But if you beat the pass, then we're going to beat you with the run. And we got different other plays in the playbook to beat you with. Teams, all NFL defense teams know that, so that's why they try to come up with different schemes to contain Hurts or the running game, or try to send blitzes, more players that the defensive, the offensive line can pick up to get to the quarterback. We've seen a lot of that as of late. And so, because everybody know the week 1 game against New England, Bill Belichick set the blueprint to how to beat this Eagles offense. They set the blueprint, and the rest of the season, you've been seeing teams did it. Even Dallas did it. Dallas did it too. You know what I'm saying? So even though as much as we despise Dallas, they did it too. So I expect the same against the Kansas City Chiefs defense. I expect the Kansas City Chiefs defense to line their wide receiver, line their defensive backs out wide to prevent the deep pass. And I expect them to go man up against A.J. Brown and Smitty. I expect to see a lot of that in this game. I expect to see a lot of 5 and 6 down linemen to contain the run. I expect them to do more blitzes, because in case you guys didn't know, Kansas City Chiefs defensive coordinator, I can't think of his name off the back, but is it Spagnuolo? Spagnuolo is a Jim Johnson apprentice. He runs Jim Johnson's defense, but he runs it kind of differently. So that's one of the reasons why you see Kansas City Chiefs defense keep their offense on the field longer than opposing defenses. That's why you see that a lot. So the Eagles got to figure out some way to counter Jim Johnson's scheme, because Jim Johnson likes the blitz. Jim Johnson used the blitz. He lived by the blitz. He died by the blitz. Kansas City Chiefs defense is the same thing, and so is Buffalo defense. But Buffalo is another team in the near future. So remember, it's not about Buffalo. It's about the Kansas City Chiefs and how we got to come up with ways to beat them offensively, because they like the blitz. They'll send 6, 7 plays that you can't block to get to the quarterback or the running game. They even send run blitzes. They're very good at sending run blitzes. It's the run blitzes. It's the passing blitzes they don't hardly do much of. So if they can come up with some type of scheme to beat the run blitz, because when you run blitz, you can get the ball out to your receiver for first downs. I mean, as two players open in the middle of the field, and leaving the wide receiver one-on-one against the defensive backs for first down. So that needs to happen in this game. I'm hoping that Brian Johnson come up with some type of new scheme. I hope he look at all the first 9 games the Eagles played this week. Look at all 9 games and see where your mistakes was offensively, and try to figure out some way to counter them. Because if you don't counter them, and let me know you have did nothing in this bye week to help this team win the game against Kansas City Chiefs. Because if Kansas City Chiefs win in Kansas and they blow our asses out, we know who the fault is going to fall upon. It's going to fall upon the offensive coordinator, and it's going to fall on the defensive coordinator. Let the Kansas City Chiefs blow us out. Let them blow us out. Why you gonna be so many Eagle fans pissed off? There's gonna be so many content creators cussing out this coaching staff. It's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be extremely ridiculous. So I'm hoping that this team looked at all 9 games, see what their problems was, and figure it out and worked it out. Do something right, because offense, it's gonna be up to new offensive scheme. Defense, y'all need to figure out some way to counter and stop Travis Kelce and stop Pacheco from running the ball for long yard, because their threat is in the running game, not the passing game. So, without any further ado, we're going to end the video on a high note. Like I said, I don't predict. Prediction is not my thing. So, prediction is not my thing. I don't predict games. But I'm not going to say the Eagles going to win this football game. I'm not going to say Kansas win the football game. Even though Kansas is favored to win, I don't predict. That's something I never do. I don't think I did any prediction in the last couple of years. So, I'm going to stick with that trend, because... All right now. Yeah, so far so good. Sorry for the interruption, but anyway, it's gonna depend on the defense to contain the run and the pass. It's gonna be up to the offense to put points on the scoreboard. Give Hurts some protection, at least enough protection where he can get the ball out. If he can't pass the ball, give him some opportunity to run for first downs, or get much yards as he can possible for yards gained, not for negative yards taken away by the defense, or opposing defense rather. So that needs to happen in this game. I mean, I'm not exactly sure how many ways I can state that. The offense got to put up points. Got to protect Hurts to put points up. Got to protect Hurts to run the football, either running game or him running the football. Got to protect him for him to pass the ball out to receivers, so he won't be getting hit as much and won't get sacked. But because the last 3 or 5 games before the bye week, Hurts have been sacked probably, I think, a total of 10 to 15 times, I believe, in the last 3 games. That the sack total needs to decrease. The defense, y'all need to contain the running game. Like I said in the video, contain the running game. Keep Pacheco in check. Keep Mahomes in the backfield. Now, like I said, if he run, he run. Like I said, I'd rather Mahomes run the football than Pacheco, because Pacheco is a little bit more faster than Mahomes. So in the comment section below, who you would rather run the football, Mahomes or Pacheco? You decide at the bottom of this video, and let me know what you think. The back side of our defense, the linebackers, tackle in space. If Pacheco do get 3 or 4 yards, hit him, tackle him, because I'd rather he get tackled than y'all miss him and he picks up a long yard. Because it's like, to me, every time he gets touched before his initial gear, once he gets touched, the guy has a 3rd gear and he runs very fast. So keep him in check at all costs. Backside of our defense, the defensive backs, y'all got to cover. Y'all got to cover. I don't care who the receivers are, cover them. Keep the receivers off. Keep them off. Keep them lacking. Keep them out. Keep them where they can't catch balls. Keep Travis Kelce in check. That is a priority at its highest degree. So, like I said, it's so much at stake here. The Eagles are 8-1. We need to be 9-1 in this game because this is the team that we should have beat in the Super Bowl, but we couldn't beat them in the Super Bowl because we did real well in the first half of the Super Bowl. Second half, we lacked. So we can't afford to lack in this game, especially in the second half of the game this coming Monday night. No more lacking. Time to put up or shut up. That's what it comes down to. Time to put up and shut up. So I am out of here, y'all. That's my keys to victory. And I'm looking forward to Monday Night Football game against the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas. That's to me, that's gonna be called a sea of red, and it's not gonna be many Eagle fans in Kansas City. Kansas City is a little bit far from Philadelphia. So in the Philadelphia Eagle fans ain't gonna go to that game. It's gonna be more red than green. So anyway, and guys, this is Friday, y'all. Enjoy y'all Friday. That's what I want to say about the Kansas City Chiefs game. It's a must win. We gotta win. And I am out of here. Again, enjoy your Friday.